How's it going? I guess I should introduce myself. My name is well, that's gonna be Walking on Bodies, and this is my journey into the sim racing. As you can see right here, I have just picked this up. I have never had anything this insane. Okay, I'm gonna call it insane because there was a lot of money that I was I still have heartburn buying, but you know what? I'm excited to get on this journey. So I picked up the R3. I picked up the clutch, the brake mod for the um the brake pedal performance kit. We picked that up too. Got a shifter. Unfortunately, I'm having problems with mounting my shifter. So this was going to be a beginning, like an entry level kind of thing. I was going to try to get set up on a desk, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that very comfortably with the shifter. So I am thinking about picking up a stand, and then maybe later on down the road upgrading into an actual cockpit. Depending on how serious I want to take this, I want to try to give this a good run. I want to try to do something with it. I just don't want to play around with it. I've played games for my entire life. I'm an old dude now, so I've been playing games for a good 30 years at this point. Fuck, probably longer. Anyway, I have a history with cars in my younger years, you know, when we all did the early 2000s and being teenagers in our early 20s. You know what we did. You know what we did. If you liked cars, you know what we did. So I'm not going to get into that. But anyway, you know, I did some amateur drag racing, some amateur autocross. I've always wanted to really dig into drifting. It was starting to really get popular there when I really had to start taking real life more seriously. So spending money on a drift car and getting and learning all the ins and outs on it wasn't in the cards in my mid 20s. So now that it's actually kind of cool to do in simulation and on PCs and whatnot, and I don't have to go build a car, why not? You're never too learn, never too old, right? So, but anyway, my one question is if anybody can tell me in the comments down there or anyone, do you actually need to get an e-brake to drift, or can I use a button on the steering wheel? Because I don't really, I mean, I just spent quite a bit of money. I don't have to spend anymore. Is it, can you do it? Can you do it without the lever? Do you need the lever? Do I need to go out there and get a lever or can I use a button on my steering wheel? Or, you know, kind of mess around with it. I am kind of crafty, so I might have to find a way to get around it. We'll see. But anyway, um, we are going to dig into some quite a few of the racing games, a set of course, of course. I've played Forza Horizon since the beginning. So like I said, I'm not new to racing games, but I do like my arcade racing games the most. Um, Tokyo Extreme Racer was probably the one that I really want to play. Like, I'm excited if I can get behind that game with a steering wheel and play because, like I said, 2000s, 20s car. Yeah, you kind of understand what I'm getting at here, you know. Anyway, so but hey, you guys join me on my journey on this, man. Give me some opinions, what you think on well anything, you know, where should I start? Any programs to well anything. I'm super new to this. I've been digging into the community a little bit, looking into watching some videos here and there, and you know, it's I'm really came and just kind of I'm not quite sure where to start. You know, I'm got set up for streaming already. I've already streamed other games, so the streaming I've set up for streaming without an issue. So I'm not worried about that kind of stuff. I just, you know, what's the entry? How do I get into this? That's gonna be the way in. You know, I have to find a way in to start having fun, and that's what's gonna keep me doing it. I got to be having fun. So right now we're entry level. This is what we're gonna start with the entry. I am gonna get a stand. So, but we're gonna start with one of those, one of the non-expensive stands, and see from there because it says it can upgrade into a cockpit. We'll see what I think about it. But anyway, I am gonna get a stand. It'll probably next week. So, but anyway, so we got here. Got the R3. I've heard good things for entry level budget. So, like I said, I really didn't want to go hardcore right now because I really you know, I think it'll be fun regardless, but I still have heartburn for spending this much money on a toy in a way. I know it's not a toy, but you know what I mean. You know, like, you get what I'm saying. You know, it's a hobby, I understand. And but my girlfriend's downstairs, like, she's like, "You said this wasn't going to be that expensive." I'm like, "It's not." She goes, "Well, now you got to need a cockpit." And I'm like, I know, I know, I know. Do you you know how all that works. So you guys come on, join me on the journey. I'm going to be documenting this on YouTube. I'm going to be streaming on Twitch and YouTube. Let me relive my dream in the virtual world, as we're gonna say. I'm going to become infamous in the underground virtual world. But anyway, well, that was my introduction. I'm going to put some. Wait. So okay, that was my introduction. Now the other thing is, I am new to editing as well. I'm learning this as we're going, so I'm hoping that my videos will get better as they go. I know they're going to be rough in the beginning. Let's make a blast out of this. But anyway, we'll see you on the streets. Have fun later.
So the first game I booted up was Tokyo Extreme Racer 25's early access. I'd always wanted to play this game using a wheel back in the day, but the technology just really wasn't there. Still a fun game. Unfortunately, this one does not support force feedback as of right now in this stage of early access. So it's fun to play, but I mean, there's no force feedback. Isn't that why we get these kind of wheels and why we spend that kind of money on it? So anyway, we played for a little while. We had some fun playing, you know. I love these kind of games. But hopefully later on they'll add some kind of force feedback. I guess we'll see. So these races should have been going a little bit faster than they were. Found out a little bit later on that there were some settings that weren't quite in the right, and later on in the video we'll go over what they were. So this game is pretty much you have to outrun your opponent, and the further you get away from them, the more damage you do to their life bar, SP meters, what they call it, spirit gauge, something like that. But anyway, so you basically, it's an outrun is what it is down the highway, and the further you pull on them, the more damage you do to their bar. And some of these races can last a good few minutes. Some of the more challenging races I've had have lasted like minutes, which, yeah, these games are a lot of fun. Anyway, I'd highly suggest if you guys like highway racing, or I know the No Hezi servers are real popular. You know, I'm probably going to be checking those out too. But if you guys like the No Hezi kind of stuff, this game's pretty cool too. I'll be checking out the full release as well. I'm looking forward to it. Should be really soon. So, come on, give me some more stuff. So as I was playing this, I did feel it does feel a lot smoother to play with the wheel versus the controller. I didn't really notice a whole lot with the pedals. I was using a really, really ghetto rigged kind of pedal setup right at this moment. They were moving out from all underneath my feet. I had to hold one down with one foot and use the other one, make sure it wasn't moving around. I tried different things. I had a few different setups go on before I got the stand, and man, that stand made a difference. So, but yeah, this game definitely it feels a lot smoother, and it is a lot more fun on the steering wheel. So, get the shifter set up as well. I think it'd be even better with the to give you that more immersion of a street race with having like the shifter in the right spot and all that good stuff. But smoked.
Probably shouldn't have done that. That was awesome. Don't do that.
So these series of turns up here I've found to be a lot easier on the steering wheel than the controller, even though that bastard brake checked the hell out of me right there. I found this section of the highway a lot easier to get around. That's definitely a plus, because this is an area that you can take some of the faster bosses in, and they can't do it. So being able to get through this area a lot smoother is definitely a huge plus.
Oh, it's a bloodhound. Ah.
And some of those sharper turns, like that one back there, is it's really hard to tell just how much you're going into it without the force feedback. Those turns were a little bit harder to do on the wheel, not being able to really have not really knowing where the well, I guess I don't really know what you call it. I guess the breaking point. No, not breaking point, but I guess where your tires lose their grip. I guess that would be breaking point. I don't know. I don't know the actual term, but when your tires go from grip to start drifting, you don't really feel that in the steering wheel in this game at all. Since of course, there's no force feedback. I've been saying it, but anyway. So it does feel that some of the sharper turns are you're definitely going to need to practice some of those, but. Yeah, so this game should be coming out of early access, I would say. And they said they wanted early access for 4 months, and it's been here for about 3 now.
Oh, I've
so
got a little makeshift thing on the ground floor too, to keep my pedals from sliding. So
yeah, apparently I was talking about my pedals.
This afternoon trying to get everything set up. It's been rigged. That's why the gear shifter isn't set up. Like, I got an actual gear shifter, but until that stand comes in, I'm not going to use it. Oh my god.
So we had our fun in Tokyo Extreme Racer, but I think it's time to actually get some force feedback going on. So I threw in Forza Horizon, and what's the first thing you're going to do on a force feedback wheel when you've never used one before? You play a rally race. Of course you do. You play a rally race and you just give it all you got. And that's exactly what I did. This was my first race on the direct drive wheel.
2, 1, go! Hairpin left. With your right. With your right. With your left. Medium left. Medium right. Jump.
Oh, God damn it.
Hairpin left.
Fucking, we could feel the car start getting loose.
Left.
You know you're about to
And
lose
easy
it.
right.
Fucking crazy.
Medium left.
I wonder if
You're
people like
making
this shit,
excellent
dude.
time here. Don't let up. Come on, no time to dawdle, mate. Move, move. Medium right, followed by hairpin right.
So as you can see from my reaction, I'm enjoying this a lot. I might not be grinning ear to ear, but man, I'm enjoying the shit out of this. I finally found something that made my heart pump again, and my adrenaline was running, and I was having fun, and I was doing it.
And the funny thing is this is a fucking like low, like entry level, like low powered one. I can imagine one that's like 15 times stronger. Holy shit.
Yeah, rip your arms out of the socket kind of strength. That would be, yeah.
Medium right, followed by crest.
It's these things are crazy. I would definitely any racing enthusiast, yeah, you definitely need to try this shit out.
Crest. Medium right. Medium right. Jump. Medium left. Easy left. Crest. Into jump, baby.
As I go back and watch this, I find myself smiling watching it, going, man, this is I just think about the kind of fun I've been having over the past. It's been about 2 weeks now, and I've picked up a lot of different bits and pieces here and there. I've got things dialed in the way that I want to. There's more videos coming.
Into jump, baby.
I have documented it.
Easy right.
I am streaming.
Medium right.
So if you don't want to wait for the videos, you can catch me getting footage.
Crest. Followed by easy left.
I am doing drifting right now, and it's coming along, man. And I'm starting to get starting to understand it more and more. I'm not spinning out every time I fucking hit the gas. I almost connected the entire course today, so things are progressing pretty decently. I'm learning a lot, and I'm having a lot of fun doing it. And so the journey is there, and I'm wanting to get more into these games, man. Assetto Corsa is still on my list to get into.
Medium right.
I want to do the drifting in that as well, but right now I'm doing CarX drifting.
Medium left.
I'm playing Forza just as like kind of like an overall kind of whatever I want to do kind of thing, but that's what we're doing. So if you want to come check us out, I'm on Twitch and YouTube.
Everybody's waiting for you.
Come hang out with us.
Second. Spun out. Wow.
Water. Medium left. Medium left. Easy right. Hit that finish line hard. Medium right, and then bumps. Hard left. Medium left. Hard right. Into medium right.
As you can see, I was having fun even while I was wrecking, but I was still struggling. It just felt
Give
hard.
it to me. Did he
Like
give it to me?
these games were never this difficult
He
for me
did.
as I
He's
played
an
them with a
asshole.
controller, and I kept going and I kept going. I started winning. I mean, this was a good race right here, man. I pushed this Miata to its limit, And I did good on the race, man. And I was like, maybe I was, I felt like I was getting better. But man, I struggled. I was having a hard time catching up to people. I was getting outrun on straights, and I started to get a little frustrated.
Man, it felt like I was gonna lose it in the end. Fucking smoked that race. So, I'll give you guys a little bit of an update. A bit of a whoopsie on my part. So, I've been sitting here fucking struggling with this shit, going, what the fuck, man? Why am it so slow? So I go in and check my settings in my wheel settings, and my throttle was only at 75%. My brake was only at 50%. So I've been running without full throttle and full fucking brake. So I was wondering why some of those cars was like, stop, please, fuck, why aren't you stopping? Hopefully that's fixed now. Anyway. I just thought it was kind of funny. Anyway. That's some more Forza. Now that we got everything fucking working right, maybe I won't fucking get so aggravated. So I just couldn't figure out why I was getting passed up.
So with the new settings, I had to relearn how to drive, because now I was getting more throttle.
Yeah, I guess you can't do that.
So yeah, the learning curve again after getting this was day 2. So things started to get a little difficult again, but I didn't stop. Kept going. The wheels started feeling good. Started feeling right.
Why are you spinning out?
Yes, struggled.
I have
Here
no
and
power
there.
down. It shouldn't be spinning out.
Yes.
Oh my god, dude. This fucking turn, what the fuck? There's the fact that it's because of that jump right there. Okay. Wheel fucking threw me for some reason. What the fuck?
So I decided to move over to CarX. We'd been having issues as well the night before, and I went from tuning to tuning to tuning and just could not figure out what the hell was going on. So I gave up and went over to Forza. And this is back after we changed our settings.
Oh my god, I got acceleration. Let's go do that stupid race. How's it going, dude?
So this is a game that I wanted to like, and I don't dislike it, but I played it on release on the PC, not the mobile release, on the PC. Never played the mobile version. And it felt very rough. Very, very, very rough. I liked the idea, but man, it was tough. The AI was just brutal. The economy was hard. And, well, they've done some changes. And to be honest, I've been having a lot of fun with force feedback is fantastic. And I've been having more fun with it. There's not a whole lot going on in the game, so I guess. But it's fun for,
It's a huge difference.
you know,
pedals being calibrated, right?
yes, I agree. It's a fun game for a street racing game.
No, I really don't.
And we kept playing, and we kept winning. And we kept playing. Still didn't give up though.
It's only one race. It is only one race. Shoulder's starting to hurt. It does feel like a workout sometimes, man. My fucking shoulder's starting to. But that's just because the wheel's too high. Like I said, man, it needs to be adjusted. I'll get it all dialed in on Monday when the rack gets here. So anyway, I'll be right back.